Attorney General Merrick Garland is condemning what he says is an escalation of attacks against Justice Department employees. Garland defended the DOJ during remarks that he made this morning. His comments come as we approach November's presidential election and prepare to mark 4 years since the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol.
These attacks have come in the form of conspiracy theories, dangerous falsehoods, efforts to bully and intimidate career public servants by repeatedly and publicly singling them out, and threats of actual violence.
CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane is on Capitol Hill. He's been monitoring this for us as well. You know, Scott, I thought it was really interesting how the Attorney General seemed to take this very personally, getting emotional at one point. Talk to our viewers about what the Attorney General had to say about the security issues that federal employees have been facing.
Lana, it was quite a choice for him to do this in a public setting and give public remarks to an internal meeting of his workforce, of other U.S. Justice Department officials, federal prosecutors, and federal agents. He said in so many words that they are unacceptably being vulnerable to threats, to risk of attack, to menacing just for doing their jobs. And he says that has been ratcheting up. He acknowledges it, and that his workforce should be credited for persevering through it. It's quite a statement about where we are heading into a politically toxic election, coming out of months of menacing behavior, some of it targeting federal officials, and so much of it, the Attorney General said, generated by conspiracy theories, baseless claims that circulate on social media and have saturated the political dialogue, too. This is a message to try to buck up spirits of his employees, but also to make it clear he acknowledges the risk, he'll ensure they're protected, and that they have to keep doing their jobs in the meantime.
Well, let's also talk about some new concerns, Scott, that the U.S. Postal Service might not be able to deliver completed mail-in ballots before Election Day deadlines. All of this going into questions about our democracy and our institutions. Talk to us about what you have learned and how lawmakers there on the Hill are responding.
Speaking with our sources here on the Hill, including in Congress, and reading through these reports from state elections administrators of both parties, you get the sense this is not a five-alarm fire, but a fire alarm that is going off to warn you of the potential of smoke turning into fire. What they're saying is that there's concerns about the amount of training of U.S. Postal Service staff, the staffing levels themselves, and their on-time delivery performance in recent elections, a concern that there could be some delayed ballots in this election. Our CBS News reporting found in the 2022 midterms, more than 105 million ballots were sent in that way via the mail. And there's concern that with the tonnage that's coming this way for 2024, the Postal Service may not be fully protected and fully prepared to ensure they're all delivered on time. There were symmetrical concerns, Lana, in 2020 about the risk of delayed ballots because of COVID, the removal of some equipment, some allegations of political interference. But the delivery was done quite well in 2020, according to congressional sources with whom we're speaking. These alerts, Lana, are kind of the equivalent of telling your kids to get those grades up before the end of the marking period if you don't want to get a C or a D on the report card.
All right, good to have those alerts early on. Scott MacFarlane, thank you.